Hello everyone, and welcome back. Today I'm excited to share something that I believe will transform the way you view your inner world and personal wisdom. In a society that thrives on oversharing and constant updates, there's a timeless truth that an intelligent person keeps 5 very important things private at any cost. I promise you, every word in this video matters, so please don't skip ahead. Stay with me until the end, because the insights we're about to explore are life-changing. We live in a world where every moment, every emotion, and every thought is often paraded for public consumption. Yet the truly wise know that there is power and restraint in the careful keeping of certain aspects of oneself hidden from the clamor of the outside world. Today, I want to dive deep into why safeguarding these parts of your life is essential, not only for personal growth, but also as a way to honor ancient wisdom. The Stoics taught us that the essence of living well lies in mastering one's inner life, and as Marcus Aurelius once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This isn't just a call to overcome obstacles, but an invitation to turn even our private struggles into the fuel for personal transformation. Let's begin with the first of these 5 things: your inner thoughts and reflections. In the silence of your mind, away from the demands of social media and the endless noise of public opinion, lies your most authentic self. These private musings, the questions, doubts, and insights you nurture when you're alone, are the raw material of wisdom. They are yours alone, and by keeping them private, you protect the sanctity of your inner dialogue. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. In those quiet moments when you engage with your own thoughts, you are practicing this very principle, crafting responses to life's challenges on your own terms. Sharing these intimate thoughts too freely can expose you to misinterpretations and external judgments. An intelligent person understands that premature sharing can dilute the purity of these ideas. Instead, they let these thoughts mature, much like a fine wine that gains complexity with time. Only when they are fully refined do they consider sharing them in a controlled, meaningful manner. This is not a call for secrecy for its own sake, but for deliberate self-cultivation. In preserving the integrity of your inner life, you create a private sanctuary where growth and introspection flourish. Now, let's talk about the second essential element: personal vulnerabilities and insecurities. Every one of us carries hidden fears and moments of self-doubt, universal experiences that we often feel compelled to reveal in search of connection or validation. However, there's profound strength in facing these vulnerabilities alone. Seneca wisely observed, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." By keeping your insecurities private, you shield them from the magnifying glass of public scrutiny. This practice not only helps you process your emotions in a safe space, but also builds an unshakable inner strength that is free from the distortions of external opinions. When you choose not to broadcast every insecurity or moment of weakness, you're not hiding. You're nurturing a space where you can confront and overcome your inner battles. The Stoics taught that real resilience is forged in solitude, in the quiet moments when you wrestle with your fears away from prying eyes. By dealing with your vulnerabilities privately, you maintain control over your narrative, ensuring that your journey of self-improvement remains authentic and untainted by the fleeting judgments of others. I want to take a moment here to urge you again. Please, don't skip this video. Every insight I'm sharing builds on the last, forming a comprehensive guide to living with wisdom and intentionality. The more you invest in these moments of reflection, the more you'll find that true strength comes from within. Let's now move on to the third key element: your long-term goals and plans. In our fast-paced, instant gratification world, sharing every detail about your future can often lead to unforeseen complications. Your dreams and aspirations are like delicate blueprints for your destiny. An intelligent person understands that these plans need nurturing in a private space, away from the inevitable criticisms and unsolicited advice that come with public exposure. Marcus Aurelius taught us, the universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. In that spirit, your private plans are meant to evolve in a safe environment, one where they can be refined without external interference. Keeping your ambitions to yourself until they are fully formed doesn't imply a lack of confidence. It's a sign of deliberate, mindful planning. It allows you to concentrate on your progress rather than getting distracted by others' opinions or doubts. When you protect your long-term vision from the volatility of public sentiment, you build a stronger, more resilient pathway to success. This practice is at the heart of Stoic philosophy. By focusing on what you can control, your own thoughts and actions, you set the stage for a life of measured progress and genuine fulfillment. Now, as we reflect on these first three elements, I encourage you to consider how each of these practices contributes to a life well lived. An intelligent person is not defined by the volume of what they share, but by the quality of what they choose to keep private. Each private thought, every unspoken insecurity, and each carefully guarded dream is a brick in the fortress of inner strength and self-mastery. As we pause here, I invite you to look inward. Think about the times when you felt overwhelmed by the need to share, and the moments when keeping your inner life to yourself proved to be a wellspring of strength. This is not a call to isolation, but a call to cultivate a rich, inner life that is immune to the vicissitudes of external judgment. The wisdom of the Stoics is clear. True freedom comes from mastering yourself, not from seeking validation from the world. I know you're with me, and I appreciate your willingness to listen closely. Trust me when I say that the next parts of this video will uncover even more about the importance of guarding your personal truth. We've already covered the significance of protecting your inner thoughts, vulnerabilities, and long-term ambitions. Up next, we will explore two more elements that are equally crucial in building a life of disciplined wisdom and inner strength. And remember, every second you invest in understanding these principles is an investment in your future self. Before I move on to the next part, let me leave you with one final thought for now. The journey of self-mastery is not about closing yourself off from the world. It's about being so in tune with your inner self that you can navigate life with clarity and purpose. As Epictetus so powerfully stated, "No man is free who is not master of himself." In your pursuit of wisdom, every choice you make about what to share and what to hold close is a testament to your commitment to self-improvement. So, as you sit back and reflect on these ideas, I urge you once more to stick with me for the entirety of this video. There's so much more to come, and I promise that each subsequent insight will help you build a resilient inner sanctuary that no one can shake. Thank you for listening so intently. In our next segment, we'll dive deeper into the remaining two things that an intelligent person keeps private, and we'll explore more practical ways to integrate these timeless lessons into your everyday life. Stay with me, because what follows is essential for anyone who truly wishes to live wisely and intentionally. Let's now delve into another vital aspect: the deeply personal experiences, struggles, and scars that have molded who you are. Life is a series of challenges and lessons, and every hardship, mistake, or misstep is a brushstroke on the canvas of your character. An intelligent person recognizes that these intimate parts of our journey are not meant for public display. Instead, they belong to the quiet sanctuary of your inner world, where you can reflect, learn, and heal without the prying eyes of the world. Often, we feel the urge to share our struggles in search of validation or connection. Yet, there is immense power in confronting these experiences in solitude, where their true lessons can be absorbed and transformed into strength. As Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Each challenge you face, and every regret you nurture quietly, is not a sign of weakness but a stepping stone toward deeper resilience and wisdom. In those hushed moments, when the world is asleep and you're left alone with your thoughts, you have the opportunity to reframe past failures into opportunities for growth. This process, kept private and intimate, allows you to understand your personal history without the distortion of external opinions. Seneca once noted, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." Your private battles, though sometimes painful, are the forge in which true inner strength is created. They remind you that every setback carries with it the seed of progress, if only you allow yourself the space to transform the experience into wisdom. Imagine those quiet nights when you sit alone with your memories, the moments that have left an indelible mark on your soul. In these moments, You do not rush to share your pain with the world. Instead, you let it simmer within, allowing your inner resources to gather and refine the lessons it holds. This deliberate act of privacy is not about concealing who you are. It's about protecting the authenticity of your journey. The Stoics taught us that inner mastery comes not from external validation, but from the quiet cultivation of our inner life. Epictetus reminded us, "No man is free who is not master of himself." By keeping these personal struggles to yourself, you ensure that your path toward self-mastery remains undisturbed by the unpredictable judgments of others. Now, as you reflect on this, please remember not to skip a beat. Every word here builds on the last, guiding you toward a more resilient, self-aware existence. Your private experiences, those hidden battles and quiet victories, are the foundation of your strength. They are meant for your eyes and heart alone, allowing you to grow without the noise of unsolicited opinions. Let's now turn our focus to the fifth and final element, the inner core of your values and beliefs. This core, your guiding compass, is the essence of who you are. In a world where opinions fly fast and loud, protecting the sanctity of your inner convictions is paramount. Your core values, often formed in the crucible of personal experience and quiet reflection, are not meant to be paraded for public consumption. Instead, they should remain a well-guarded treasure, a private beacon that directs every decision you make. In modern times, there is an almost irresistible impulse to showcase every thought and belief. Social media, with its endless stream of opinions, tempts us to shout our truths from the rooftops. Yet, an intelligent person understands that true conviction is measured not by the volume of one's proclamations, but by the consistency of living those beliefs. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." When you keep your core beliefs private, you allow them to retain their purity and power, unaltered by the ever-changing tides of public sentiment. Consider your values as the deep, hidden roots of a mighty tree. These roots nourish and stabilize you, providing strength even when storms rage above. They are not meant for casual display, but rather to serve as a private source of guidance and stability. When you safeguard your inner core, you preserve the integrity of your convictions, allowing them to direct your actions quietly and steadfastly. This is the heart of Stoic thought, focusing on what you can control, your own thoughts and actions, while letting external opinions pass by like leaves in the wind. Keeping your inner beliefs private is not an act of isolation. Rather, it is a deliberate choice to cultivate an inner space where your true self can flourish. It means that even when the world around you is noisy and chaotic, your internal compass remains clear and unwavering. The wisdom of the Stoics teaches us that the only true control we have is over our own minds. By protecting your core values, you are taking charge of your destiny, ensuring that your decisions and actions are a reflection of your deepest truths. Think back to those moments when you felt the urge to broadcast every nuance of your personal life. Now, imagine the strength and serenity that comes from keeping some parts of your inner world sacred. By choosing carefully what to share, you allow your private convictions to mature and solidify, free from the corrosive effects of external criticism. In doing so, you not only protect your emotional well-being, but also lay the groundwork for a life of authenticity and deliberate purpose. I want to stress again, please don't skip this journey. Every insight we uncover here is intertwined, forming a cohesive guide to living wisely and intentionally. The private realms of your struggles, memories, and inner beliefs are the very essence of your personal power. They are not liabilities to be exposed, but assets to be nurtured, fortifying you against life's inevitable challenges. As you continue to reflect on these ideas, remember that the true path to self-improvement is paved with moments of quiet introspection and deliberate thought. The Stoics, Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, reminded us that while the external world is filled with noise and distraction, our inner world is where real change and growth occur. In protecting your private struggles and core values, you are taking an active role in shaping a life defined by wisdom and inner strength. In the end, the intelligent person does not seek to display every detail of their journey for the world to see. Instead, they recognize that the real work, the work that builds resilience, integrity, and deep self-awareness, happens behind closed doors, in the silent conversations with oneself. These private elements are the seeds from which genuine character grows, nurtured in an environment free from the distortions of external influence. As we approach the close of this segment, I invite you to internalize this thought. Your private world, with its hidden struggles and unspoken convictions, is your most powerful asset. It is here that you build the foundations for a life of purpose and authenticity. Guard these treasures fiercely and allow them to guide you through the unpredictable landscapes of life. Thank you for staying with me through this deep exploration. In our final segment, we will bring together all these insights and discuss how to integrate these principles into your everyday life, transforming the way you interact with the world while remaining true to your inner self. Your journey towards self-mastery and quiet strength is just beginning, and every moment you invest in this process is a step toward a more meaningful existence. Remember, the path to inner mastery isn't paved by public approval or fleeting applause. It's built on the unyielding strength of what you hold close in your heart. Keep these lessons with you, and let the wisdom of the Stoics guide your every step. Stay tuned, because what comes next is essential for anyone truly committed to living a life of deliberate purpose and inner peace.